I feel like I'm reviewing my own videos that aren't really worth reviewing, but I'm just reviewing them.
But let's do it. All I can tell you is, it's not just you. We all have questions. But if you're watching this series, the biggest question might be,
what's a waterfall table?
well, I've watched 2 videos so far and I still have 0 idea what this is. So I'm going to explain it to you right after.
Waterfall.
No, I'm going to do it right now. Okay, so a waterfall table is basically a table that the grain of the wood cascades over the table. When you cut it a certain way. So, perfect example of that is right here on the desk. So this, if you look, and let's pick a grain. Let's pick this grain. So we'll start back here, and as we go, follow, and just like a waterfall, it follows down just like it would if it was falling off a waterfall.
But let's do
so
it.
That's why these are called waterfall tables. People use these as the legs, like I did here. Around the ledge a little bit. The way that they get their name is that the waterfall side is the leg on this side. The other side obviously is the steel leg. Maybe that's not even a real definition. My definition of a waterfall table is this. This is the definition of a waterfall table. So if you're gonna make one, it better look just like this. Chapter 3, the finish. Do you want to see the absolute best part of this desk? Check this out. Okay, I'm using card scraping action, a little pencil, so I know where I've sanded and where I haven't sanded. It's a little technique learned on YouTube. I don't know if you've heard of that, but it's a great place to learn about woodwork and all kinds of fun stuff. But yeah, here I'm just doing a little 80 grit sanding on the top. Put a little pencil on the leg, 80 grit sanding that. Now I'm just putting a small little chamfer on the inside ledge of the walnut on both sides with a 30-degree router bit on a trim router. I made a little jig out of just a piece of scrap wood and CA glued it to the bottom side of my trim router to use it as a temporary thing. I'm not even gonna worry about that. I'm gonna leave that just how that is. So I just kind of trimmed off the uneven edge of the non-leg side. Here I'm gonna mineral spirits everything. Kind of get an idea of what it's gonna look like when it's finished, but mainly to clean off all the dust and debris that you just got from sanding. Here I'm mixing up some of my favorite finish. This is General Finishes Armor Seal. It's an oil-based wipe-on polyurethane. I love it. Super durable, absolute favorite finish. It's made to wipe on, but I like to wipe on the first coat and let that dry, really saturate the wood, soak in, but I can work it into the grain, and I really like that as a first coat. But after it dries, you kind of sand it, and then I spray the second coat. But here I'm just priming the steel welded up leg that's on the other side of the table and the handle. And here I am the next day wiping finish on the top side of the desk. So again, like I said, I like to wipe this in just because I really feel like I get it deep down into the grain as deep as I can. It has a pretty liquidy state, but I really like brushing and rubbing on that first coat. But the key with the Armor Seal is, while it's still kind of in a tacky mode, is to kind of go over it and do these long, solid brush strokes, and it just lays really even. They made it to where you don't need to spray it. You don't need to do anything but what I'm doing right there. If you did that 2 or 3 times, you'd have a phenomenal coat. But I'm just somebody who kind of appreciates a good sprayed finish. Hence why I built a paint booth. So that's what I usually end up doing with most of my finishes as the final top coat is some version of a sprayed finish. And last year I purchased a totally brand new to me and brand new system of spraying. It utilizes the airless turbine spraying techniques. So it's an electric sprayer that basically uses 6 psi, I think is the one that I have, worth of air pressure, and a pump that makes its own air pressure for the spray application. So this is what it looks like post the first wipe. Now I'm going over the leg with the actual black spray paint. And then I'll put a thin, quick coat of clear coat polyurethane on it, just for an extra level of protection. But this is just a quick... I think the can says spray when snowing. So I probably should have taken the drawer out before trying to carry this into the paint booth after it's been sanded and cleaned. But I didn't think of that until I got into the paint booth. And again, I don't know. Oh yeah, I didn't want to flip the desk while the drawer was in it and potentially have it slip out and like break if it hit the ground. So I carried the desk in on my head and pulled the drawer out before I put it down to get it ready to be sprayed. So here I am, just mixing up a little bit more of the Armor Seal. Got it all ready and set to go into the Fuji Spray System airless sprayer. And here we are on our way to the paint booth. It's only 42 degrees and snowing outside, but not bad. So I'm just spraying the final coat that's going to be on the bottom side and the inside and bottoms of the drawers and the inside of the leg and the bottom sides of pretty much everything, just to make sure it's fully protected, fully sealed, just to protect against any kind of moisture hitting anything, making it expand at a different rate of something that was sealed. Here we are just spraying the top. Nice thick coat because we already have a very, very good base coat from the rub down coat. So about 4 solid passes. That's all she wrote. Same on the side, and that's a wrap. So this was a really fun project. It was a great project, and the things I learned will be something that I will never forget. And the journey and the story with this one is something that'll be with me forever. And so thank you very much for being here. And now enjoy this. So, this desk has this big double open shelf thing over here. Has a drawer right here. Has a leg right here. This is set up if you're a person that's left-handed and you dominantly like storing stuff with your left hand over here. So you'd sit here, you pull it out here, you'd right here, do all that. But let's say you're a right-hander. You know what you do? You take your drawer, pull it out all the way. You go around to the other side. You put it in this side. Now, you got a desk for somebody that's dominant with the right hand. Huh? Who's thinking? Who's thinking? But let's do it.